Yes, yes, yes. I know exactly what you're gonna say. You're a bloody scumbag, Prez. Look at you, like jumping ship all the way to the goddamn R18. Yeah, you're damn right. Because if I didn't, I'd get my ass whooped. Okay, so it is what it is. Anyway. So yeah, it's a sad day for the, or say sad day, sad week for the 919. It's just not that week. It's just not that week for the 919 to be racing the Audi. To be honest, it's quite sad now because really and truly, the way they've done the BOP from now on, it's basically going to either be an Audi track or a 919 track. There's pretty much no way. I think we're very rarely going to see any sort of actual fights, which between both of the cars, which is a shame, but you know it is what it is. I guess it's kind of better because before it was pretty much 90, what was it, 95% of the tracks were all 919s and a few were actually okay on the Audi, but you can still probably compete with a 919. Now it's just either 919 or Audi, so, you know, you better make sure you don't walk into a gunfight with a knife, okay? Bring your LMP1 weapon accordingly. I mean, this track is standard. You guys don't need me to be talking you through all the turn here, this they do there, blah blah blah. It's standard. It's Monza. It's basic. But the only things I'll point out is, you know, make sure that a huge emphasis on your braking because the Audi obviously isn't charging on the straight, so your braking game's got to be very good. Ascari, I kind of messed Ascari up to be fair. I went into it a little bit too fast, so I messed up the entry into it. So I kind of probably compromised my exit a little bit. Also going through the second chicane, I personally like to go aggressive over the first and second curb, whereas it's actually easier to go over the first curb and then go around the second curb, but it is slightly faster to go over both curbs, but again it's a little bit more dangerous, so you know, just be careful there. You're probably better off just going around. It's safer to just go around the second one because the Audi is not good on curb. I mean, to be honest, the 919 doesn't like the curb either, but if you go around it a specific way it can really help. I'm also going to show you guys today, lucky bastards that you are. I'm gonna go into the little Motec and show you quickly why I think it's pretty cool to download it, and just so you can analyze your braking basically, especially in these cars, because your braking game has got to be good. Like it's got to be very good. You've got to be able to sort of like drag it out, and I'm obviously I'm getting acclimatized to the Audi now because I haven't driven it in ages. I loved it, but I just had to change over. But now I'm back into it again because of this week. So here you go. I'm just loading in the log file of this little practice session that I was in now, and then I'm gonna go straight to the hybrid bit, which is there we go. There we go. So I will play. Let me just quickly stop the other one in the background so I can. So you guys don't get confused. Alright, so here I'm just gonna, it usually when you load one in, it basically just sort of like focuses in on just your fastest lap anyway. So here I'm just gonna press play, and then I want you guys to just focus on in the middle where you see that max, and that's basically, it's focusing on your charging when you're braking. So watch when I start to brake, you'll see here, you can see it's charging, you can see the max is like 9.5 whatever, and obviously as you bleed off the brake, that's when the charging slowly starts to decrease, and then when you're obviously charging it off out of a corner, you can see it going to the negative now. So obviously, yeah, like you can see going around here, you'll see what my braking is like, and the aim is to try and drag it out as long as possible. Now you can see here at the bottom left, you can see that my braking is basically roughly around the 70% range, which is good for the Porsche, because I think that's where you probably gain the most, like roughly it's about between 60 and 70 where you gain the most, and it's good sort of like braking, but you charge it the most anyway. So, but yeah, in this one it's 40% I believe. So I'll let you see the lap now, and then I'll focus in on the like I'll just like zoom in on one braking point so you can see. So yeah, like I've said, I've seen guys using like 100% per lap. So clearly, I will need to figure out a way. Well, I say figure out. I need to start extending these braking zones now. I'm still not too sure if it's faster. Like if it's worth it using up 100 per lap, but then having slower corners. But I mean, even though you are slower, you charge up so much more that you could potentially make up the time with the extra boost on the straight. So I'm not too sure. But yeah, you can see here, I've just analyze the turn one braking zone, so you can see as I'm braking, obviously the rate of charge is going up and up and up, and then it reaches its highest at around 40%. So it's basically 40%. So you can see here I go from 40 all the way up to like 69, 70 or whatever, which is what I'm used to with the 919. So I guess I need to start braking a little bit earlier and longer, which will then allow me to charge a bit more, and then that should leave me again, like I said, with a little bit more hybrid towards for that next straight. Now, again, like I said, I still need to figure out whether it's faster or not. But I remember, I think I watched somebody race, and one of the leaders dropped off because of a slowdown. They were behind this guy that was using 100 per lap, and even though he's not faster than the guy behind, because he charged so much, the guy couldn't catch him up. Like he was faster in the corners, but he just kept pulling away on the straight. So it could be a really cool, viable tactic for defense anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna shoot off. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.